God is not in heaven. Where was God before he created heaven and the earth? It was where he is. That darkness was upon the surface of the deep. God created heavens and the earth was without form and void. Now the earth, speaking of earth, is speaking of imperfection. Because everything about the earth is full of error. So when God is saying, I will perfect all that concerns you, he speaks of earth. The earth there is not, as it were, the ground we dig. No. He was talking about it. That light, if you read down the Bible, you discover it wasn't the star, the moon, it wasn't the night, it wasn't the day. It was speaking of revelation, illumination, clarity. When light comes, confusion comes to an end. It's not talking about this light. It's not talking about the star, the moon. It's talking about revelation, illumination from God himself. And if you travel back to John chapter 1 verse 1, the Bible says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Nothing was created that was not created by the Word. He said the Word became the light, and the light shineth. Darkness could not comprehend. He is referring to what happened in Genesis and referring to Jesus. So from the beginning, Jesus has been there. It was that light that shined that brought an end to confusion, the chaotic confusion that was on earth. So when the light of God shines in your life, confusion comes to an end. Am I talking to somebody? And that is Jesus. The light shines. The heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? The only thing that can break what is in the heart of man, the surface of the deep, is a light. And that's why sometimes when we come to church and I see the way we are dressed, I am not moved by those dressing. I am moved by what is in your mind. Darkness was upon the surface of the deep. In darkness, you have everything you call sin right now. Tell me one good thing that happens in darkness. Oh, let's take literal darkness as an example. When they take light in your house, even your house you have been staying for years, you will be hitting, jamming all kinds of things. Am I talking to somebody? That's what darkness does. You will stumble, you will fall. So when there is darkness, there is retrogression, there is stagnation, there is sickness, there's all kinds of things. That's why I pray for you this morning. Darkness is living your life. Darkness is living your life. When a man is confused, it's a sign of darkness. When things are not working the way you plan them, it's a sign. I prophesy on somebody. The light is coming. The light is coming. The light shined and darkness comprehended it. No darkness will defeat that light. No darkness will defeat that light. No darkness will conquer that light. That light in your family, no darkness will wipe it away. There is light coming in your business. Light is coming in your business. Light is coming in your marriage. Light is coming in your life. If you are the one I am talking to, shout amen. Hear me. Darkness was upon the surface, and the Bible said, let there be. God said, let there be. And there was what?